Hello and welcome to the Event Horizon.
Oh, CometWatch.
Oh, right. Yeah, thanks, Neil. Well, it's been so long. So, yes, welcome everybody back to CometWatch. Sorry, my microphone's intruding. It's so happy to be here. So, it's been a while. 18 months, you think, Neil?
I think it's about 18. Yeah, close enough.
Well,
Too
I can
long.
always look at, yeah, I can always look when we finish because it'll be the very last show that we have on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, all right. So anyway, we are back, and as always, we are using the British Astronomical Association Comet Section latest discovery. Oh well, visual observations page actually. My thanks to
That's
Nick
right.
James and to coordinator Jonathan Shanklin. So without further ado, let's kick off with the latest discoveries and news. So August the 7th, discovery of 2024 O2 periodic pan-stars reported.
And again on the 7th of August, we had Django Ruan reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
Again on the 7th of August, Django Rowan has reported a Maya group comet in real-time C2 images.
August the 9th, 2023 TD22 was reclassified as C/Lemon.
And on the 10th, Zai Yan Zhu reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
August the 11th, Django Ruan reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
August the 16th, 2023, JN16 reclassified as periodic comet Lemon.
Next on the 16th of August also was the discovery of A/2024 G8 reported.
And still on the 16th of August, Hanji Tan reports a comet in swan images.
On the 19th of August, Zeshang Yang reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
August the 20th, recovery of 2019 M2 periodic atlas as 2024 C6 reported.
Again, on the 20th of August, we had the recovery of 2014 MG2 periodic spacewatch pan-stars as 2024 K2 reported.
Also on the 20th of August, the Edgar Wilson Awards for 2015 to 2018 reported in CBET 5332.
August the 21st, we had Django Ruan reporting a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
August the 25th, Django Ruan reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
Again, on the 27th, Django Ruan reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
And August the 28th, Django Ruan reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
On the 30th of August, we had Soho 2378 reported returning in real-time C2 images.
On the August the 31st, Warchut Boomplod reports a Maya group comet in real-time C2 images.
The 31st again, we had the discovery of 2024 Q1 periodic pan-stars reported.
Also, still on August the 31st, Django Ruan reports 3 Kreutz group comets in real-time C3 images.
Wow. The 1st of September, Django Ruan reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
The 2nd of September, Django Ruan reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
September 4th, Robert Pickard reports a Kreutz group comet in real-time C3 images.
September the 5th, recovery of 2005 SB216 periodic Leonis as 2024 Q2 reported.
And the 6th of September was the update.
If there's been no recent updates, always try the German Comet Group page or Seiichi Yoshida's page for information, or the Liga Iberoamericana de Astronomía for observations.
Beautiful.
So, yep, that was quite good fun. So now we'll move on to current comet magnitudes and observable regions for 2024 September.
Okay, well, we have the big hope first. So it's the 2023 A3 Tsushinshan Atlas, magnitude 6.5, currently brightening. It's in conjunction, though, and was last visually seen in August.
And then we have 13P Obla, or oblers. Magnitude 9, fade. It's 55 degrees north to 25 degrees south. It's an early evening object, last visually observed August 2024.
Next, we have 12P, Pons Brooks, of course. Magnitude 10.5 and fading, 15 degrees south to 80 degrees south, an evening object, last seen in August 24.
And of course, my favorite comet, 29P, Swashman-Wachmann, the only one of two comets with a London address. Obviously, SW1, 13th magnitude question mark. It varies. It's a poor elongation, last visually observed in April 2024.
Next is 2023 C2 Atlas, magnitude 13.5 and steady, 10 degrees north to 80 degrees south, visible in the evening sky and last seen in August.
Okay, 2022 E2 Atlas, 13.5 magnitude steady, 70 degrees north to 5 degrees north in the morning object, last visually observed May 2024.
Next is 2021 S3 Pan-STARRS, magnitude 14 and now fading, 70 degrees north to 5 degrees south, an all-night object last seen in August.
And finally, but not least, 2021 G2 Atlas, again 14th magnitude, fading, poor elongation, last visually observed in August 2024. Now, as always, the details are fully updated at the beginning of each month, but some minor updates are made more frequently, particularly for brighter comets. According to the website, the last full update was September the 5th. The magnitude is a rough value for the mean magnitude reported. Some observers will see the comet brighter than this, whilst others will see it fainter. It's just the nature of the beast. Obviously, the observable region is an approximate indication of the latitude at which the comet may be seen. Under good conditions, comets may be visible outside of this range. And of course, the period when visible is for the UK. If the comet is visible from the UK, otherwise for 30 degrees south or the equator as appropriate. Well, Comet 2023 A3 is still in the news, Neil.
It certainly is. Yes, I saw it was in. I think it came into Swan Images this week, and it's looking very bright and looking very healthy, and it could put on a nice little show there. But unfortunately, of course, it's going to do the best work while it's closest to the sun.
That's always the way, isn't it? Really,
it is. But you know, I'm actually, I've always thought for quite a long time now, it's going to be very similar to a lot. Hopefully, some people remember C 2011 L4 Pan-STARRS, which was a very nice comet, which was visible in the March sky in 2014, I believe.
Oh.
And it was very dusty, had a nice fan-shaped tail, easily seen in binoculars, magnitude 2 or 3, but as I say, it was well seen, and I think it will be similar to that for us.
Well, hopefully, yes. Now, the really interesting thing is, though, we never know when we're going to get a really bright comet.
No.
Naked eye comets, that tells, I have to say it, as David Levy would say, their tails are like cats. They do with them as they wish.
Yes, they do.
And of course, generally speaking, if you see it a particular comet hyped as the sight of the century, don't bother, because journalistic hype being what it is, most of the time the journos don't know what they're talking about. Definitely now, if it's a proper astronomer who's a journalist, I might give it a little bit more weight.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, the sun's more active. We're actually going into solar maximum right now. So, of course, this will also possibly affect how a comet actually appears. I think I've heard it all now so far. Everything from the solar flares and CMEs are going to decimate the comets as they come in, and we won't see it. There will be damp squibs to they may actually enhance the comets. To be honest, jury's out. Nobody is really sure. The last good maximum we had was 1972.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember anything special in the way of comets. Now, you're more the archaeologist of astronomy when it comes to comets, Neil. Do you?
No, I mean, of course, we had the no. The simple answer is no. I mean, we had Bennett in 70, we had West in 76. So no, not around the 72 period. West was a very nice comet, apparently, but it
Yes.
fragmented. It fragmented, so
Yeah.
it made it a lot better. Which is another thing that could happen, of course, because this one's getting. I'm not sure. Is it 0.3 something? It's inside the orbit of Mercury anyway, so it's pretty
Yeah.
close. Um, it's a dusty one too, which means we should get some forward scattering, which should enhance the brightness, which is a positive for us.
Yeah.
But the elongation to the sun, even if it does survive and it all goes well, it's still going to be very close to the sun at its best, no matter what or where you are.
Well, yeah. All we can really hope is as it comes around the sun and starts heading outwards again, it puts on
Yeah.
one final spurt.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. And to be honest, the big problem is, of course, imagers will possibly see the comet as brighter than visual observers do. But
That is always the way. The technology
that's
they
the
have.
sensitivity of the equipment, I suppose, really.
Yeah. What they can do now, I mean, you get Damien Peach and all the others, Michael Yeager, the images they produce of comets that you can barely see in your telescopes at home, and it looks like they're in a spaceship beside them. I mean, it's incredible.
Well, including the processing software has come a long way
Oh yes.
since I think you either had Photoshop and Fitz Liberator,
Yeah.
or you were using MaxMDL. I think that
Yeah.
for a long time was the only software we had to process CCDs,
Yeah.
and they've even shrunk. It's actually amazing. They've actually shrunk in size. Looking at the original SBIG CCDs,
Yeah.
compared to the ZAO planetary camera I have, which is actually very close to where I'm sitting right now.
Oh.
It's a huge drop in size, and of course a huge gain in sensitivity.
Yeah.
And of course, it's all now within the average amateur astronomer's grasp to own these instruments.
Amazing. Yeah.
When they first came out, we were talking multiple thousands of dollars just to
Yeah.
own a basic early CCD camera. Now we're talking maybe at max 200 quid, and you can get
Exactly.
something
Yeah.
that's top of the line. You can add to it if you want to use filter wheels, you can add those, get those and add. So really, in a lot of respects, cometry imaging has gone from hyperized film,
Yeah.
which mostly being used for galaxies, nebulae, etc.
Yeah.
And we've started, and then we've got, of course, we've got the CCD devices, which trickle down to us from the SpySats.
I know. Yeah.
It's one of those really wonderful things. Our hobby has benefited in a huge manner. We can even go meteor spotting now in daylight because of places like Sherwood Observatory. They have the G3 MBA 6-meter array, and receivers stationed around the country, and now you can actually look at meteors as they go through the radio beam, and are picked up on a spectrum waterfall display.
Yeah, it's incredible. I like looking at the old Sky at Night programs. Like for example, when Hawley's Comet was coming around in '86, Patrick had a guest on. Yeah, I've forgotten the name of the photographer that was on his show all the time, but he, the way he had to set these cameras up, and the pictures for the time were good. I mean, I'm not going to criticize them, but compared to today, it's incredible. It's how the advances have gone on even since then. That's amazing.
It's the old adage, Neil, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
When Patrick took the cameras outside and put them onto a really large telescope, of course the cloud demons gathered, and
yes,
they could see the moon, try and put it on the moon, and the clouds would be there before the camera could actually focus. Oh, look,
Exactly.
oh, too late.
That's
It's
it.
gone.
That's it. And
But,
Vega,
things have changed.
they have changed for the better, thankfully.
Oh yes, I totally agree. I think the only thing that's really missing is dear old Patrick, because he was
I
such
know.
an enthusiast,
I know.
and he could talk a mile a minute, but he could
Yes.
make it understandable to the layperson who may just been watching the sky at night for the very first time. He could take a highly complex scientific subject
Yeah.
in relation to the universe, and
Yeah.
literally he could get the resident boffin for the show. See,
Yeah.
I'm showing my age here, boffin,
That's the word.
and get them to explain it very simply and very effectively.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Patrick was the one who got me into all of this. I mean, I think I watched the program when I was off school, or it was a repeat or something like this. And
Yeah, the
he was
BBC.
talking about, yeah, and he was talking about Venus. And that evening, it happened to be clear. I looked out and I saw brilliant, like the lantern in the sky. And I thought, that's, just Patrick talking about Venus. And I don't know, he had the X factor. He had something about him. I mean, there's an awful lot of people since him, but to me, they haven't got I don't know. It's just something about him that the others don't seem to have that drew me into him. And I just love the way he wrote his books too. They were very understandable, but also technical at the same time.
Yeah.
If that made sense, where he had a nice little crossover thing going where it worked and it entertained everybody's capabilities, as you say. And, he's been gone 12 years now. It's unbelievable.
Well, he also wrote some fairly decent science fiction for young adults, the Scott Saunders books.
Yeah,
Now
I
I'm really
came
showing my age because I remember those.
I didn't know he did that, and he had different names, and I honestly didn't know.
No,
until
he actually published them under his own name.
No.
Yeah, and I think was it Peter Catamol had a complete list of all the Patrick books he wrote,
Okay.
including his science fiction. Having said that, right beside me,
Yeah.
I have a book about Mars that both Patrick and Peter worked on together.
Co-authors. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I really like the Catamol books because he really explains it very, very clearly. He doesn't treat you like you're an idiot.
No.
He puts it in a way that you can understand it.
Exactly. That's what you need, don't you? You don't want to be, overcome with all these emotions, these long words and things that you can't imagine. But just those people were the ones who could explain it in layman's terms.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think that's why I like Maggie a lot, because she's got the enthusiasm and she's a bundle of happiness and
yes,
enthusiasm, but she explains things in such a way that if you're new to it's easy to understand and digest. Anyway, we are digressing from comets, unfortunately.
we always did, didn't we?
Yeah,
we always did.
We will be back. This will be up on the internet very, 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 very shortly. Been a long day. I've been up since 5 a.m. And hopefully it'll get out very soon. The other thing I've been finding out is I have another hat. As you can probably see, I have at least 2 amateur radio call signs, and I was really, really impressed. I actually found out that Mount Palomar has an amateur radio club.
Oh, okay.
Now, so it means it's in the same. It's like the Norman Lockyer Observatory down in the southwest. They have an amateur radio club attached, and they're an observatory on the air. I'm beginning to find that a lot of the observatories, the really big boys, have an amateur radio club. So watch this space. I may be swapping my BAA shirt for a Mount Palomar amateur radio club shirt in the near future.
Why not? Excellent stuff.
I think this is probably the best time to call it a night. It's been really good
Yeah.
to get back, and of course, we'll be back next month.
We will.
We will. So it's good night from him.
It's a good night for me.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.